to me. Jokers to the right, here I am stuck in the middle with you. Yes,
What's up, Degenerate Nation? Welcome to Stuck with Collin, episode 2. He's stuck with me. I'm stuck with him. We're all stuck inside, so you're stuck with us. What's going on, Collin?
Another day in quarantine. Like it's, I don't know. I'm showering. I'm exercising. I'm behaving on social media. I am in contact with my friends and my family. I don't know this. I don't know how long we can go doing this, but I mean, at least I'm keeping up, right? You got to keep your exercise up. You got to be happy.
Yeah. Also, for people that don't work from home normally, I have done it a lot, even in my past job. Go outside just for a minute, and don't go to the crowds or to the store. Just step outside, get some fresh air. It helps a lot. Otherwise, you're just going to eventually start to go crazy. Yeah, try to work out, get into a workout routine. I'm sleeping a lot. It's weird, especially in March. I'm doing my Peloton in March, which is weird. 2 things I never do in March are work out and sleep. So, yeah, it's hang in there, and we'll get through this together. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, we'll do some show and tell. We'll do a live betting game again. We're going to talk about the fast food bracket. I know you have some beef with some of my picks. I'm probably going to have some beef with some of your picks. But I did want to talk Brady news. It looks like there's a lot of quarterback news in the NFL. It looks like Brady's going to end up going to Tampa Bay. Rivers to the Colts. Pretty crazy there. And something else so I don't know if you want to talk about that. I also wanted to bring up these people who had no idea what's going on is crazy. So I saw like Jared Leto. He was like, I was on a silent retreat for 12 days, whatever. He's celebrity and he didn't know what was going on, which is crazy. But the people in the Big Brother house in Germany, the Germany Big Brother house, like, can you imagine how crazy that's? Plus, that's like the safest place you could be. If I'm there, I'm like, let's extend this for 6 months. But yeah, I think they're telling them today or something. But you're not gonna be able to wrap your head around that, just being told that there's a virus and people are in court, like how crazy this is. So what are your thoughts on that or anything else going on over the last 24 hours?
It's the equivalent of being 13 years old because my 13-year-old is like, well, today we can go down to the batting cage. And I'm like, could be 50 people there. And he's like, well, today we could go down to GameStop and we could get on their computers and play Fortnite. And I'm like, that's probably not a good idea. Well, today we could go down to the pizza place and get pizza. I'm like, listen, I don't think you understand the magnitude of what's going on. Nothing we want to do is doable. And it's kind of like these people that have been like isolated forever. It's just like 13-year-old thinking. It's like, oh, okay, well, I understand there's a virus, but we can obviously still meet my team and go out and play some ball, right? No.
Well, it's like the roles have flipped. It's like people that are, in their 30s and 40s are trying to tell their parents to not go out. And then they're trying to tell their kids to play video games and not go out. Like it's
right.
Everything is
opposite.
Everything is backwards. And you and I were just talking about how we better get our rest now because the sports do come back by the fall. And there was a breakthrough in Australia where they were able to map out how the human body is at least fighting this disease, which could help. Doesn't mean that they're going to come up with a vaccine tomorrow. And by the way, vaccines take time. They have to. I know that this is an epidemic, but a pandemic, I should say. But you can't just say, all right, here's the vaccine we think we have and give it to everyone because you have to test it first. And because you can't give a vaccine to everyone and kill everyone if it's not fully tested. But there are some positive signs in that front. It seems like people are listening and staying home. So if you can help out your neighbors, help out your community. But the way things are trending, we better sleep now because the fall, not only are we going to have all the football, when we're already maxed out and taxed out, we're going to have the Masters, the Derby, the French Open came out and said, we're going to do it in September. And who knows when the other majors, I mean, I don't know how we're going to fit all this stuff in, but I can tell you, and then with baseball, and I can tell you that I will never take sports for granted again. I will never take an August Saturday when there's like 3 bad baseball games in the afternoon for granted in my life. One MAC Tuesday game, I am going to cherish them. So sports coming back it's going to make us all appreciate them that much more. But go ahead.
We'll never complain on an August Sunday when we've got Mike Leake on the road. Like, I mean, it'll just be a gift,
Yes.
like having some of the terrible baseball games, even if it's like If it's like Mariners and Rangers and they're completely out of the race, we'll love it so much. But you're right. It's lining up to be like October. You and I have this fight about what is better, October or March. Like I agree that
Well,
the first
there's no contest now.
there's not this
Not a
year,
fight
but
anymore.
I mean, I don't understand. Like some of these leagues, like I've seen the NBA's plan. It's like they're gonna run right up until they get like what, a 2-month break.
I forgot about
By
the
the
NBA
way,
too. The NBA could still be going on.
the NBA finals could be going on in August. Now, I mean, in a perfect world, that would be great for me because I have to go to Vegas, refund some tickets from the Masters, lay down some college football futures going on. And if the NBA finals are going on in August, that makes August actually a pretty good, decent month.
Yeah.
So, everything's going to run together. You and I are usually, like you said, taxed and tapped out by the time October's around. MACtion kicks up first. I mean, like the night of the election. Think about this. Like already my girlfriend hit me up. She's like, the opera, the new, the Broadway opera is coming to Arkansas and we need to buy tickets on November 3rd. I said, I can't do it. It's the first night of MACtion and it's a presidential election. I'll be betting on it. Right. I mean, that's how crammed it already is. I already know what I'm doing on a Tuesday in November.
Yeah. I'm canceling every plan that I had. We're either going to be in lockdown still or have 0 seconds to do anything starting in September. So there's no plans. I'm going to get all my sleep now and there's none coming in the fall.
What are we going to do? Let's actually talk about that. What are we going to do? Like, am I just going to bunker down and say college football is it? I'm going to use 95% of my time on one sport. Or are you going to attempt to like do French Open? Am I going to attempt to do golf? Am I going to attempt to do MLB, run up to the World Series?
I don't know. Let's maybe. I mean, we're going to need you just with college football, but I don't know. Let's get the sports back first, and then we'll figure it out. All right, let's play a game here. And this episode's going to be shorter. Some of the feedback we got is people love the episodes, but they wanted them to be a little shorter, so we'll make them 10 to 15 minutes. All right, here's the game. 21 questions. We're just going to go rapid fire. You can start or I'll start. We have an athlete's name, a pro athlete, current, written down right now. You have 21 questions, yes or no. And if you get them within 21, then I will have to donate $50 to a charity. If you don't, then you will, and so on. All right, so do you want to start asking or do you want me to start asking?
Yeah. Is yours in college basketball?
No. Hold on, let me.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to keep track of the amount of questions you had here. All right, go ahead.
Are we just passing along questions or am I going to keep going?
No, you're just going to go and see how many it takes you.
Okay. Is yours a United States citizen?
Yes.
Okay. Is yours a tennis player?
No.
Is it a current NFL free agent?
No.
That's 4 questions. I can't even get the sport. Does he play an individual sport?
No.
He or she?
No.
Is it in the NFL?
No.
Should have asked that first. Oh my God. Is it in the NBA?
No.
Is it in college football?
No.
Well, my first question was college basketball, so it's not college football. It's a team sport. It's not the NFL, not the NBA. I'm going to lose this terribly. Is it an NHL player?
No.
I'm at 9. So he plays a team sport, and I haven't named off the team sport. And it could be a he or a she.
I won't count that as a question.
You said the first person that comes to your mind. That's what you said. Like, did you – the first player that I thought it was supposed to be the first person that came to your mind.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to come out and say Miles Powell because all you talk about is Miles Powell.
No,
right?
This came to my mind by thinking of you, of who I should think of. That's – seriously, that's
okay.
Probably –
It's still a team sport. And it's not college baseball. It's not college basketball. It's not NBA. It's not NFL. This is terrible. It's not an individual sport. It has to be a team sport. What other team sports are there?
Look at your head, you fucking idiot.
Oh, it's a baseball player.
Yes.
All right.
That's 10.
It's is it a Kansas City Royal?
No.
Is it a pitcher or hitter?
You got to ask
12
yes or no.
Ah.
You can just say, is it a pitcher? Is it a pitcher? Yes.
Is it a pitcher only? Because it could be Shohei, right? So it is a pitcher. Is it a pitcher only? It's a pitcher. I like how you got it.
It's not Ohtani. It's not Ohtani.
Like, I think it is a Madison Bumgarner because you're sitting there flinching on the. Is it Madison Bumgarner?
Yes.
Yeah, there. Well, so, yeah, you flinch.
My tell, because
those are some old poker. Those are some old poker skills coming out right now.
See, I got you yesterday with the poker when you were like, "See, am I going to do it 3 times?" But you just got me there. All right, took you 13. All right.
All right. You're up. Yours is gonna be easy because it was the first athlete that came to my head when you this should be easy for you.
All right. Is it a college basketball player?
No.
Is it an NFL player?
Nope.
Is it a NBA player?
Nope.
Is it an NHL player?
Nope.
Is it? It's the first thing you thought of when you thought of me. A tennis player?
No. Just when you asked me to think of this question, it's the first.
I know. Is it a college football player?
Yes.
Now
there's 130 teams with a roster size of 60, right?
Do they play in the SEC?
No. That was a good question. That's a good question, though.
Do they play in the Big Ten?
No. God, I'm getting close. This will be your 9th question. I'm going to get screwed, though. I know you got it.
Do they play in the ACC?
Yes. I'm toast now, right?
Do they play for? Is it Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, and you didn't even ask. That was 10 questions. This is a good one. So it's another 50. I'm in the hole too. I should have gone with Sam Howell. The love for Sam Howell, there was no end.
Oh, that would have taken me a couple other guesses too. That'd have been close. All right. All right. Before we get the show and tell and get out of here, let's talk about this fast food bracket. All right. So we'll go region by region. The Mac and Dick McDonald region, I'll retweet this so you guys can look at it if you're listening. But I assume most people have seen it. But this is McDonald's, Jollibee, Wawa, Sheetz, Whataburger, Quiznos, Panda Express, Potbelly, Carl Jr.'s, Dairy Queen, Arby's, Taco Cabana, Panera Bread, Jersey Mike's, Chipotle, and A&W. Look, I went Wawa, and some of this is, and you were going to get on me for this, but some of this is sentimental, nostalgic. I grew up, my house, if you go out my backyard and you walk through my backyard and you kept going, then you would go into Wawa's original property, 99 acres. And I grew up in the town next to Wawa, Pennsylvania. There was Wawa, like my parents grew up next to the Wawa, their first ever Wawa. I would, drunk from the bars, drunk coming home from parties, we would get late night, you could order hoagies and mac and cheese. And so there's so much. I didn't have Wawa winning it all, but I had them get into the Final Four just because it means so much to me. So there was some nostalgic value. I'm also not a fan of like McDonald's and Wendy's. And there was a friend of mine that I had who opened from high school. She opened a healthy fast food restaurant. She used to send me videos of like how they made chicken nuggets in McDonald's, like the pink, and then they dyed it and then coming out of tubes. So I was just so turned off by McDonald's and Wendy's. I try to avoid them. So I put Wawa through here. Who do you got in this region?
Well, I would like to say this as we start this bracket off, like me personally, but a lot of people don't, is that before I joined the Action Network, I used to fly all over the world because I knew this software called SAP, which was right in your back, it was right in your backyard in Newtown Square. So I know Wawa very, very well. And because of my career, I was able to fly to every time zone, other countries. So I know what Quick Trip is. I know AM PM. I know Wawa. And 7-Eleven. So like Wawa making it as far as it did, I was like, that's such a homer call by you. Although Wawa is great, I agree. I was just shocked that Quick Trip like wasn't in here. I mean, you could go on Total Sales and you could see what they're doing with their pizza, their gas station pizza. That's a whole nother argument. But I don't blame you for putting Wawa through. I think the one that kind of upset me, there were two things I put out in my tweet, and one of them had to do with Taco Cabana. Taco Cabana, if you live in the South, if you live in Texas, there's a couple here in Oklahoma. Taco Cabana is like the best drive-through pickup queso Mexican food and margaritas. You get margaritas in a drive-through. You just pull over, get your margaritas, and pull on through. Taco Cabana, like,
I never knew this.
Trumps Chipotle as an experience completely. I think Arby's is garbage. So I would have had Taco Cabana going through. I've seen some Dairy Queen chicken tenders thing. I don't want to jump into that. You go to Dairy Queen for the goddamn ice cream, not for a chicken tenders. I would have taken Taco Cabana actually over Chipotle at the bottom of this. And then I would have had them all lose to Whataburger. I think Whataburger from a burger standpoint is better than McDonald's. I'm not going to get into the fries portion of it, but I think Whataburger would have won over Taco Cabana, and that would have been my winner. A Whataburger in the South, I've had this argument with people from Wisconsin. People in Wisconsin love Culver's and the Butter Burger. They think it's the greatest thing ever. But then once they started flying down south on a project, they had Whataburger. They thought Whataburger was the greatest thing. And you can't, get around how good a Whataburger is. So I'll take that out of this bracket.
Okay. The bottom bracket, no Sundays region, Chick-fil-A, Penn Station, Moe's, Jimmy John's, Culver's, Boston Market, Domino's, Torchy's Tacos, White Castle, Little Caesars, Subway, Church's, Papa John's, Cookout, Burger King, Sparrow. Look, mine's Chick-fil-A. I just put them through. It's the Patriots win their division. It's Alabama makes the college football playoff. It's things that you can rely on, right? Even though not this year and maybe not next year's Patriots, but you go there, you get the chicken sandwich, you get the fries, the service is really good. It's my go-to, and many times outside of Sundays. So I put Chick-fil-A through easily. How about you?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A easily goes through, even though they're not open on Sundays. It's kind of a downfall, but they have it figured out. You go through the drive-through experience, and somebody's greeting you the second you get in there. I mean, they know how to work their drive-through. They know how to handle the crowd. The food tastes excellent. It's an A+ all up and down. The rest of this bracket is complete trash. Like, I'm a bad eater. Like, I need to watch what I eat, and I don't eat at any of these places. Like, Burger King's fries are not even fries. It's not even a potato. It's made out of rice. All right, so Burger King, you're out. I don't even know how you're number 2 seed. Little Caesars tastes like rubber. It's not even pizza. White Castle is disgusting. I could go on the list. Papa John's pizza tastes like an ashtray. Culver's is in here against Boston Market. Domino's is decent. I love what Domino's does. And I feel so bad for Torchy's Tacos. Torchy's Tacos is fantastic. They draw a 12 seed. They go up against a powerhouse like Domino's, but it's Chick-fil-A all the way.
Yeah, the one that I can't wait to get to, and Subway is trash. I have 3 seat Subway.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand Subway. But so we both agree on Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And the top seed, I have Wawa. You have Taco Cabana. No, you have Whataburger.
Whataburger over, Taco Cabana. Yeah.
Taco Cabana. Let's save the other 2 regions of the Final Fours for tomorrow. We want to keep these episodes shorter. Before we get out of here, and I can't wait to – I need to talk to you about Long John Silver's. I didn't know people actually ate there, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Show and tell for today. People wanted some betting books. I'm going to go through these quickly. This one recently came out. Logic of Sports Betting, good read. Chris Andrews, Then One Day. These are old, but if you wanted to get into baseball betting, it's becoming such an efficient market, but like analyzing baseball data with the book, really good read. And then there's some, random entertainment, gambling related books, The Gambler's Fallacy, The Professor, the Banker, and The Suicide King, Bookmaker. It's about like a guy in New York who grew up with his dad was a bookie. Whale Hunt in the Desert, interesting read about superhosts back in the day. The Odds by the award-winning
there you go.
By the award-winning writer Chad Millman.
Pimp the boss, right?
And then this is one that I had to buy. I used to have this. I had to buy it again. Stanford Wong. This is right for beginners. Sharp sports betting. I mean, it's going to tell you about like what lines mean and what juice means. It's very beginner. But it's also the original Wong teasers written about in this book. And then just read other books that make you think about things differently. I mean, you can read Nassim, any of his books, Fooled by Randomness, Black Swan. Predictably Irrational. All good reads. Gad, what'd you bring today for show and tell?
Well, book-wise, I couldn't bring The Stand. It's my favorite Stephen King book, and it's about Captain Trips. It's about an influenza that hits and wipes out like 80% of the world. But for show and tell, I'm going to give a shout-out to our audio producer, Matt Mitchell. He saved this cup for me. It's a Royals cup from actually 1985, and it lists all 7 games against the Cardinals. And it's just this commemorative mug that has the scores, the 1985 series. You can see that the Royals have faded on the front. And what he did is he's had this cup forever. And I went up with my family, and we went to that Packers-Vikings game in week 2 last year. We stopped in Milwaukee, and I give Matt a shout. You guys should follow him, old boy Uncle Mitch on Twitter. He had coffee. He had Advil. He had breakfast sandwiches. All I was doing was stopping by to say hi and say, hey, what's up? And he had everything. I mean, managing kids and everything, let me come into his house with my hungover family and made us breakfast, made us coffee, gave us Advil. So shout out to Matt Mitchell. Thanks for the cup. I got it right here. It's extremely important to me, and that's my show and tell for the day. And you should follow him on Twitter. He's hilarious, though.
You're sucking up to the producer. I sucked up to the boss. So I think our work is done here for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about the other half of the fast food bracket. We might even talk about that college football best team ever bracket. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about other things that are going on. Stay sane out there, and we'll catch y'all later. Cheers.
Peace out.